Every time you flex what you have, you reveal what you lack. The man who can sit in silence, who doesn't need to announce his worth, becomes the one she feels before he even speaks. You were told to speak up, to show your worth, to make her notice. But every time you try to prove something, you step out of power. Because women don't feel words, they feel energy. The louder you talk, the less they listen. The quieter your confidence, the louder they feel it. Silence isn't absence, it's gravity. And when you master it, she starts to orbit around it. Most men perform. They talk to be seen, explain to be understood, chase to be chosen. Presence doesn't chase, it draws in. You don't have to convince her of anything, and that's exactly why she can't forget you. Every time you stop performing, she starts wondering. Every time you remain still while others scramble, she studies you. Every time you choose silence over spectacle, she leans closer. Think of the man in the boardroom who barely speaks but owns the room. The one who looks, listens, and says one line that resets the entire tone. That's presence. It commands without command. The performer looks powerful. The still man feels powerful. How many times have you filled the silence just to feel safe? How many times have you over-explained because you feared being misunderstood? Every time you chase clarity, you lose mystery. Every time you try to be chosen, you step off your throne. Presence repeats itself through your calm, your timing, your restraint. It's not one act, it's a pattern of refusal. The refusal to prove, to rush, to fill. The refusal to break your frame, over and over in 100 quiet ways. That's what keeps her mind orbiting you. Stillness is pressure, the pause between your texts, the calm in your eyes, the moment you don't rush to fill the silence. It all builds weight. Each pause becomes a lesson, each breath a statement. She starts to feel it, to crave it, to need your steadiness because her world won't stop moving. Every time you stay still while others rush, she feels a gravitational pull she can't name. Every time you hold your ground instead of filling the air, the silence tightens around her thoughts. She wonders what you're thinking. She wonders why you're not chasing. She wonders if she misread you. And that wondering becomes desire. Picture a crowded cafe, everyone talking, laughing, proving they exist. One man sits alone, calm, unbothered, sipping his drink slowly. Eyes drift toward him, not because he's loud, but because he's anchored. Stillness creates contrast, and contrast creates curiosity. How many times have you broken your silence too early just to feel relevant? How many times have you texted first because you couldn't handle the weight? Every time you do, you break the spell. Every time you resist, the tension builds. Your silence becomes the space where her mind lives when you're gone. The echo chamber where curiosity turns into craving, and craving turns into memory. The same stillness that once felt empty now holds her completely. She won't admit it, but she tests for stability. A late reply, a cold tone, a small pullback. It's not rejection, it's a probe. She's asking without words, can you stay calm when I change? Every reaction you give teaches her what owns you. If your peace collapses at her distance, you were never grounded, you were dependent. Every test she gives carries a question buried beneath it. Every silence she creates measures your reaction. Every delay she sends is a mirror, reflecting your inner balance back at you. You think she wants answers, but she's studying your pauses. You think she wants comfort, but she's searching for strength. Imagine her leaning back during an argument, eyes still, voice quiet. The room feels charged, not because of her words, but because of what she's waiting for. If you rush to fix, to explain, to soften, you fail the test. If you breathe, stay present, and let the storm pass. She feels your gravity. How many times have you turned her silence into your panic? How many times have you mistaken space for loss? Every time you flinch, you teach her you can be controlled. Every time you hold your frame, you teach her she can rest in it. This is the loop that defines every connection, test, reaction, recalibration, each one deeper than the last, each one designed to see if you remain the same man beneath changing weather. Stay silent, stay calm, stay unshaken, because when your peace becomes predictable, her mind becomes yours. Every breath, every glance, every micro-expression transmits more than your sentences ever could. When your energy says, "I'm whole," she relaxes. When it says, "I need you to see me," she pulls back. You don't control her mind by speaking. You control it by never leaking your state. True power isn't loud, it's contained. Every time you hold your tone when others raise theirs, she notices. Every time you pause before reacting, she feels it. Every time you withhold the impulse to explain, you remind her of your depth. This repetition becomes rhythm, and rhythm becomes power. Think of the quiet man at the party. He stands in the corner, not withdrawn, but composed. People glance his way, wondering who he is, what he's thinking, why he isn't performing like everyone else. The mystery grows because he doesn't feed it with words. The less he speaks, the more she projects. How many times have you broken your own energy by over-explaining your calm? How many times have you betrayed your strength by trying to prove it? Every time you seek validation, you dilute your presence. Every time you hold steady, you amplify it. Energy is recursive. It echoes through moments. The calm you hold in silence returns in how you breathe, how you move, how you exist. She feels it again when you leave, when she thinks of you later, when she can't explain why her chest tightens at the thought of you. That's not words, that's transmission. So ask yourself, how often do you speak when silence would say more? How often do you let your energy fragment under pressure? Every time you stay contained, you remind her you don't just speak power, you are power. Polarity isn't dominance, it's distance. The magnet only works because the poles don't merge. The second you cling, you erase the charge. The paradox is simple. She only feels drawn to what she could lose. Your willingness to walk away is the current that keeps her desire alive. Lose her to keep her. Withdraw to intensify. That's how silence speaks. Every time you hold back instead of rushing forward, the charge grows. Every time you walk away when she expects you to stay, her mind follows. Every time you stop chasing, she starts remembering. Repetition builds rhythm, and rhythm builds pull. Picture two magnets on a table. Bring them too close and they collapse into each other. No tension, no electricity, but keep a sliver of space, and the air hums with invisible force. That's desire, not in contact, but in the distance that dares to close. How many times have you destroyed your own pull by over-explaining, over-promising, or overreaching? How many times have you suffocated attraction by trying to secure it? Every time you try to control her attention, you break the current that made her look at you in the first place. This isn't new. It's the echo of everything you've already learned. Stillness, silence, presence. Polarity is their evolution. It's the proof that restraint is the highest form of expression. She doesn't chase certainty. She chases the edge between wanting and having. Stay there. Hold the distance. That's where her obsession lives. Never overshare. Never rush. Keep your tone slow. Leave messages unanswered longer than her comfort allows. Don't broadcast emotion. Project calm. When you speak, speak last. When you look, hold steady. When you listen, really listen. Every unspoken gesture becomes a mirror she can't stop staring into. Every time you wait a little longer before replying, she studies the silence. Every time you hold eye contact without speaking, her heart rate changes. Every time you delay what she expects, her curiosity sharpens. Repetition becomes tension, and tension becomes magnetism. Think about the man who sits across the table and lets her fill the space with words. She talks more, reveals more, and feels the weight of his quiet focus. The longer he waits to respond, the deeper she falls into the silence he creates. How many times have you over-explained yourself just to avoid misunderstanding? How many times have you filled the void just to stop feeling invisible? Every time you rush, you kill intrigue. Every time you withhold, you feed it. Echoes return, silence, stillness, steadiness. These aren't tricks, they're patterns. They repeat, they loop, they build. Each measured pause is a reminder of presence. Each act of restraint strengthens gravity. So test yourself. Can you let the silence stretch? Can you leave her words hanging without flinching? Every time you resist the urge to rush, you teach her something about power, yours. Silence is a blade, clean when controlled, cruel when careless. Don't use it to punish. Don't disappear to prove a point. Disconnection born from fear feels different from distance born from power. The first wounds her, the second awakens her. She can sense the difference instantly. Every time you weaponize your absence, she feels the intent behind it. Every time you vanish to make her chase, she senses the insecurity beneath the move. But every time you step back with calm certainty, she feels the shift. Power without bitterness, distance without malice. That's the difference between silence that cuts and silence that commands. Imagine two men. One storms out of the room mid-argument, slamming the door to prove control. The other stands, breathes, and quietly walks away. No anger, no need for spectacle. One leaves a wound, the other leaves a memory. Which one are you becoming? How many times have you withdrawn just to test if she cares? How many times have you turned stillness into punishment instead of presence? Every time you do, you hollow your power. Every time you stay centered, you forge it. Repetition builds rhythm, rhythm builds awareness. The same silence that comforts her when grounded terrifies her when forced. It's the same element, only your intent changes its temperature. So, master the difference. Let your silence guide, not hurt. Let it reflect her strength, not spite. Because every time you withdraw with peace, she leans closer to understand what you're protecting. You don't gain control by outsmarting her. You gain it by mastering yourself. When your world is full without her, she wants to enter it. When your silence feels peaceful, not empty, she leans in. She chases what she can't fully grasp. Speak less, mean more, be still, and she'll move first. Every time you try to predict her, you lose yourself in her rhythm. Every time you stop predicting, she must attune to yours. Mastery is the quiet reversal. The moment she starts wondering what you're thinking, not because you hide, but because you no longer need to explain. Picture this, a man surrounded by chaos, yet unmoved. Friends panic, lovers plead, voices rise, but he stands, steady, almost serene. The room slows around him. That's not arrogance, that's mastery. She feels it before she understands it. She feels it when you pause mid-sentence, when you walk away mid-debate, when you choose to protect your peace instead of proving your point. How many times have you traded your composure for control? How many times have you tried to win the moment but lost yourself in it? Every time you hold still, the world adjusts to your pace. Every time you breathe through tension, the silence becomes yours again. Echoes return, silence, distance, presence. The same principles you learned in the beginning come full circle here. Control isn't dominance, it's centered gravity. When you become your own anchor, she orbits without realizing why. And that's the final paradox. You don't keep her by holding on. You keep her by never needing to.